This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, when I got into home recording, started kind of, putting my own little demos together, it was the mid-90s, I guess, and my setup was the little Fostex 4-track cassette-based recorder. My guitar tone used to be taken out of the speaker-emulated recording output on the Marshall 30th anniversary combo, and for, drums and bass and all that sort of stuff, I used to use one of these things, a Boss DR5. Anyone else have one of those? It was basically a little 4-track sequencer with built-in instrument sounds. So you get like a drum track, you'd get a bass track, and then, kind of 2 keyboard tracks. So you could have like drums, bass, piano, strings, organ, whatever. And stereo out on that used to go into the Fostex, and then I'd put my guitar on top of it. And that was how I used to create demos back then. Then it got to about 2005 or thereabouts, I forget the actual date, but sort of mid-2000s. And I thought, yeah, it's time I got myself a bass. Because I'd already, I think, by then moved on to using, I think Cakewalk Music Creator or Cakewalk Pro Audio 9, that was what I was using, where you could do MIDI drums in that. So I wasn't really using the drums on the DR5 anymore, but I was still using it to put bass lines together, just programming them. So I thought, yeah, it's time to get a bass, and I did. I got this one. Bought it used on eBay, didn't even know what it was because it didn't have any name on the top. It was absolutely cheap as chips, well under £100. And I didn't know what it was until recently, actually. Somebody, when I mentioned it in a video, identified it as a Stag bass guitar. And and it's been a bit of a stalwart, a bit of a workhorse for me. All of the bass lines and all of the stuff that you've heard on this channel have been played on this little bass, but it's starting to get a bit tired. The back plate is missing. That's gone. That went years ago. The pots are all scratchy. It's had a bit of a ham-fisted nut replacement because I bought the wrong nut. The old nut basically snapped, and I bought a new bass nut and it didn't fit, so I had to shim it with bits of card underneath it. So it's, it's past its prime, shall we say. So I thought, given the amount of bass lines that I record, as I say, every video that has music in it needs a bass line, I thought it was time to get a little bit of an upgrade. So I've been shopping. Okay, I've got a few browser tabs open here, and before I go any further, I'll just say that, my knowledge of bass-related equipment is far from encyclopedic, let's say. So there's going to be an element of me just choosing the one that I like the look of the best here. I've got a couple of £100 to spend, so let's have a look at some likely candidates. In the sub £200 category, you can't ignore Harley Benton, really. And this is their PJ-74 VW Vintage Series bass. Let's take a look at some pictures, and it's a pleasant enough looking thing, I do believe. Yes, it does. It has a tortoiseshell pickguard, and those appear to be brass bridge saddles. I like the 2 pickup arrangement. That is what I've currently got on the bass that I'm using at the moment, and that's, I do like the flexibility of that. As a guitarist, though, it does kind of take a little bit of getting used to not have a pickup selector. You've just got to kind of balance between the two. Looks like it's got a satin finish there, and that looks like a very satin or aged gloss finish. That could be a strong contender. Another name that is worth checking out in the sub £200 category is Faisley, obviously. Now, if I do choose this one, just a word or two, I do occasionally get Faisley sending me guitars and stuff to check out. This is not going to be a freebie. This, if I get this one, it will be me paying for it. Again, nice looking bass. That I like the. Not that I'm going to be playing up this end of the neck. I'm not exactly that kind of bass player. I'm not exactly any kind of bass player, to be honest with you. But it's an attractive looking beast. It looks, well put together. If the Faisley guitars I've had are anything to go by, that bodes well. Another name. Now, this is slightly over budget, but, you can't really ignore Squire if you're going for a budget bass or budget guitar. So, nothing really to kind of set this one apart. I'm thinking I'm probably going to discount this one because it is not just a couple of quid over budget, it is well over budget. And not that I've got anything against the Affinity series Squire stuff, but it is, I get the feeling, I'd probably get something better for less money than that elsewhere. Another name that I'm really interested in is Court, because, how many people do Court make guitars for, and basses, presumably. Again, I don't know why I'm bothering to look for specifications on this. I'm very much in the kind of cast of somebody that doesn't know anything about cars and goes and buys one and is convinced it's a better car than that one because this is a red one. So Ibanez, that's another one there, 179 quid. Again, Ibanez, a good brand, a good kind of trustworthy brand. So which one? It's time to make a decision. There's the Harley Benton, the Faisley, the Squire, the Court, or the Ibanez. Which one do I like the look of the best? They've all got that. I think they've all got that twin pickup arrangement. I'm going to discount the Squire. Okay, let's rule that out. The Faisley, I don't know. It looks nice. Gosh, it does look nice, doesn't it? But it's, again, look at just looking at the pictures there, I'm talking myself into this one. That looks very well engineered, doesn't it? Let's go and have another look at this Court. Unfortunately, this website, Guitar, they don't exactly give you many pictures. This has got an open pore finish, which I do like that sort of satin open pore thing, and it gets good reviews, and it's only 159 quid. The Faisley is 142, so a little bit cheaper. Yeah, I think let's get rid of the Ibanez. So now it's between the Harley Benton 159 and the Faisley for 142 and the Court. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go with the... come on. I'm going to go, I think, with the Court. So I'm just going to buy that with PayPal, and as soon as it arrives, you will get an unboxing video. And there you go, my payment was successful, and as soon as it arrives, we'll have a look at it. I'm quite, kind of pleased about this. I've been thinking about getting a new bass for some time, and finally glad to pull the trigger on it. I'll let you know more when it gets here. And there you have it. I bought myself a new bass, a Court. I'm genuinely looking forward to it. It'll be the second bass I've ever bought in my lifetime. And, I'm just kind of, I'm hoping to get many, many years of faithful service out of it like I have with this one. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. It's basically worthless. It's not in the prime of condition. It's got dents and dings and scratches all over it. As I say, the back plate is missing, and you know, the nut issue as well. The tuners aren't great, so it's not really worth donating to Zoe's place, because, you know, I doubt they'd raise any money with it at all. So any suggestions of where this could go to, just drop me a line in the comments, and we'll see if we can make some kind of use of this old soldier here. But that is the video for today, folks. Sunday's video will be me unboxing and a first impressions kind of look at the new Court bass, and I'm genuinely, as I say, looking forward to getting my fingers on it and, you know, kind of seeing what it's like. Court makes some really rather nice guitars, and I'm hoping that the bass will be, you know, as good. So there you go. Anyway, that's the video for today, folks. Thank you for joining me on my little shopping expedition. Hope you've enjoyed it and found it relatively entertaining. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like while you're at it? Don't forget, as always, the live stream every Friday, tomorrow in fact, but every Friday, 5 p.m. UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars and all manner of other stuff. Great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.